Hi there, happy Monday. I'm Dr. Shiroko Sokitch, owner of the Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible, 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And today I'm going to talk about the hormones of perimenopause and PMS, because PMS is sort of a precursor for perimenopause. And I'm going to talk about Chinese medicine and how it applies to this period of time in your life. So in Chinese medicine, the liver, so first of all, springtime is the time of year that the liver is most prevalent. So I always suggest in springtime that people do a seasonal reboot or a cleanse or a detox, something to help support the liver in doing the job that it normally would do. So that's one element that I've talked about a lot. But what the liver does in Chinese medicine is that it regulates the smooth flow of energy in your whole body. It regulates your menstrual cycles. It regulates the emotion of anger and the need to get things done. So those are kind of like the physical and spiritual functions and the emotional functions of the liver. Regulating the smooth flow of energy in your whole body has a lot to do with like where we have energy that gets stuck. So it also, because it has a tendency to regulate the smooth flow of energy, it can affect your digestion. It can affect the tension in your shoulders. People who get migraines, it's usually because there's liver imbalance. High blood pressure is often because there's liver imbalance. So there's all these symptoms that go along with liver imbalance that we might not be aware of in Western medicine. And PMS is one of the main symptoms that younger women go through. So you get really bad cramps, or you get irritable before your period, or you have bloating and gut symptoms right before your period, that is all connected to liver imbalance, where the flow of energy of the liver is not smooth and it's not working well. So one of the things that is really super cool about Chinese medicine and acupuncture is that whole thing can be regulated with acupuncture. And there are Chinese herbs that also help. Now, I also, of course, prescribe hormones and bioidentical hormones. And so a lot of times PMS is connected to low progesterone in relation to how much estrogen you have. But a whole other approach can be using Chinese herbs and acupuncture to regulate your cycles every month. And I've done this for literally thousands of young women and women who are in perimenopause. Because as you go into perimenopause, it's more common to have periods that are where you get more irritable, or where you get more bloated right before your period, or you might feel more tired right before your period. And all of that is regulated by the liver energy. And so supporting your liver, either in Chinese medicine or with even Western medicine, and helping you with detox, is actually super helpful in deleting or in getting rid of those symptoms without necessarily having to take hormones. You can also, when perimenopause or pre-PMS symptoms that can be regulated with using like progesterone cream, but you can also use acupuncture. So there are some acupuncture points that are super helpful, and they're all around the knee. And I think I've shown you a few of those before. So I'm going to try and show them to you now and see if I can do that. So around the knee, like here's the knee, and right under the knee, on the inner side, right on, like if you slide your finger down under all the bones, there's a first soft spot. That point is always tender. So that point is really good. And on the other side, let's see if I can do this. Right here is another point that is super helpful. So these 2 points help manage or balance your hormones. And you can just squeeze those points. And then there's a point right above the knee. So like just before you start getting into the bony parts, that's like a couple of fingers above the knee, also might be a little tender. And that also helps balance hormones. Like if you have cramps, that point above the knee helps the cramps, and the points right below the knee help balance your hormones. And you can massage those points like every day if you want to. I always say you could kind of grab your knee like this. Let's imagine that your elbow is your knee, and you could kind of grab it like so, both sides of your knee, and then have a finger above your knee and massage that area. Just being near that area would be very, very helpful. And that could help balance your hormones and help support what your hormone levels or what your symptoms are with PMS. And of course, acupuncture is a really super helpful thing that you could do as well. If you have any questions, I would love to support you in your health and make you feel great. So give me a comment here in the comments, or feel free to reach out and schedule a free consult. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Shiroko Sokitch, owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center. Have a great day. Thanks.